I decided to turn my wife into a human AI, so let me walk you through the process. It's pretty fun and easy, at least for me. It's fun. We will see what my wife will tell about the final result, but it goes like this. So this is a photo, and basically what I like to do here is first to create a new layer and to make some kind of lines that I want to make holes in the skin. So basically I will go with a small brush and go with, let's see, this kind of brush, all right, and 100% opacity, perfect. I will go with something like this, right, and maybe something like this and something like this. This is just a fast sketch, and maybe something like that and that. All right, and you can do whatever you want. And then the idea is to make the copy of this, Control or Command J, then Control or Command T on a Mac, and just go with this center dot. If you don't see it, go right here and just check this checkbox and you will see it, and put it in the middle of the face, somewhere, oh, don't do it, somewhere here. And I will just flip it horizontally, press enter, and that's it. I have symmetrically on both sides. So this is how I did it, and then select both of these by holding Shift, Control or Command E to merge it down, and that's it. Then I use this blur tool and just try to match the blurriness with the rest of the photo, because you can see this is pretty shallow depth of field. Right, I will delete this because I already have this. I invested a little bit more time and made it a little bit more nicer, but I want to make a little bit more blurred elements here. Not elements, but these lines a little bit more blurry. Right, something like this. Okay, so the next step is to make a hole out of these lines. So how to do it? First, let's see what we will put behind these lines inside her head. So something like that. So I will go with this photo, for example. We can use any photo that you like. By the way, I downloaded this photo from unsplash.com. So just type some kind of cables. This is one version. You can do whatever you want. So basically, how to do it? I will go with the lines, control click on the lines to load it as a selection, as you can see. And I will go and create a group and just add a mask on that group. Perfect. Then I will go with these lines, put it inside the group, and I'll name this inside the head. Okay, so you can see now we can move this and position wherever we want, and we have impression that there is something inside. But it doesn't look that believable. So what we need to do is to go on the group right here, double click, and we have this dialog box. So basically what I like to do is to go with the inner shadow and play with the distance. So basically the distance is like that, maybe one more. And the angle right here is the angle where the light is coming in the scene. So you can see in the eyes the reflection of a big softbox, and actually you can see me also here. I took this photo and it's going straight above her head, so it will be something like that. I think this is good. If we go a little bit more, maybe it's too much, and maybe the size, let's see the size. Something like this seems pretty cool, and now it's much better. Here, let's see the size, maybe this a little bit down like that. And also we can change the color, we can change the opacity, we can do whatever we want here. So maybe the color a little bit brighter. I like it. I will leave it like that. Perfect. So we have this, we have the hole, we have everything. And by the way, I took this photo with my new lens. It's a lens from Viltrox for my Fuji camera. It's a Viltrox 27mm f1.2. It's amazing lens. The build quality is really good. I'm really happy with it. It's made of aluminum alloy. It's weather sealed and it's pretty heavy. It's a Pro Series Viltrox lens, and it weighs around 560 grams. So it's not the lightest lens, but it's really good. And you can see the depth of field here. I use the f1.2. You can see how sharp it is, and also how nice it goes and blurs everything behind it. So just the face here the front of the face is sharp, everything else behind is going really nice into a really shallow depth of field. And the lens has the aperture that goes from f1.2 all the way to f16 with really nice aperture ring. The image quality is really good. The lens tends to saturate the image just a little bit compared to Fuji lenses, and it's 27mm, which is 40.5, basically 40 millimeter in a full frame camera body, so it's pretty decent portrait lens. It's a little bit wider. I really love it for much of situations. I don't like it too much for video. It has some flaws, but I primarily use it for taking my photos, and it's really, really good. I will leave the link down in the description where you can check out the lens, and I can really recommend it for taking photos. Let's go back to this photo and let's continue with this human AI makeover. So now we have these lines and we have something blurred behind. That's really cool. We don't need actually to blur this image because it's not that visible. What I like to do is to go just above the image right there, and let's name this wires. You can use any kind of image, as I already said, and here I will go with the color. Actually, it's not the color, it's the white, but I will still make it like, name it like color because it's easier for me to know what I'm doing. And I want to make this white and this white, and also a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Okay. Like that, perfect. Here I want this to be white and this to be white. And yeah, this looks cool. Now I will go above this group and create a new layer, and actually new group, and put the layer inside that group, and I will name this glow. And if you already followed my channel, you know that there are so many ways, so many techniques to add a glow in your photos. I will do one of my favorites, so linear dodge blending mode, and I will use brush with really soft brush with maybe 20% opacity, we'll see, and some kind of a bluish darker tint. Just go above here. Okay, something like this. All right. Also here. You can see this is barely visible now, but it will be really nice when I finish it. Okay. Then another layer again into add blending mode, linear dodge add blending mode. I will go a little bit brighter, a little bit more towards the teal. Now we'll go inside here and something like that. Okay. Let's unzoom it. Let's see, before and after, really nice. Let's go with another one. And this time, again, the same blending mode, but I will go with darker and a little bit wider brush. Let's see what we can just see. Just add a little bit more. And we will maybe come back to this and improve it if there is a need later. I'm not sure about the color for these wires, so I can go here and add hue and saturation adjustment layer, clip it to affect only wires, and I can either change the color or just turn it into black and white, which is also really cool. Or I can make the wires smaller, bigger, whatever I want, but let's leave it for now. Here, maybe rotate. Let's see if I rotate it, what I will get. No, let's leave it like that. All right, it doesn't matter. We don't need to know what is behind there. We just see something. Now the next step is to make the face darker and to not to shape the light, but to add some kind of contours, and you'll see it will make a little bit more pop of the image. So for that I need to turn off this light because it's crazy bright and I will not see these subtle changes. And also, if you want, you can download this PSD file. It's available on my Patreon. The link will be down there in the description, so you can check it out and see what I did by yourself. Now let's turn this light off. Okay, now I'm in the dark and now we can work whatever we want. So the trick is to create 2 copies by Control or Command J with my background, right? This will be right click and convert to smart object, and also this one right click and convert to smart object. We go with the first. Let's go to the filter and camera filter and let's do some tweakings. Basically, I will just go a little bit towards the blue, a little bit towards the magenta, just a little bit. Okay, something like that. Right. Press OK. Perfect. With the second one, I will just press Alt or Option key and drag and drop the same settings, but then I will go inside these settings and tweak it even more. I will go to the light, make it darker. So maybe dark like this. And highlights, maybe a little bit less. So something like that will work, and maybe even desaturate it a little bit. Because, you know, when we have dark tones, they're usually less saturated than a brighter tone. So something like this, maybe a little bit more blue. So let's press OK. And now let's do the trick. I will just go and create a layer mask, and with black color, really soft brush and 10% opacity this time, I will slowly go and bring back the light. Okay, I want here, and this is the process that I will go back and forth, changing my brush size and slowly build the scene. You don't need to rush it, and you don't want to rush it actually. I want this part of the eyes. Okay, let's zoom to the eyes, inside part, the iris, a little bit. I don't want to go all the way up, just this lower part a little bit, and also here. Don't overdo it. I will later even more make it brighter, you will see. I will emphasize it. Then the triangle, this triangle right there, I want this to be brighter, the cheekbones here, and that a little bit. Then I can press X to swap back to black and back to white if I want to reshape it, erase it actually. So maybe even 5%. Where is brush? 5% or something like that. I really like slowly to build this. This is basically dodging and burning, and there's so many ways to do it. This is one of the ways. Usually I like to do with the curves, but this is perfectly perfect way. This is perfectly okay. Whatever you want to do it to make some parts brighter, some parts darker. See? Really cool. All right. Now lips a little bit also brighter. Maybe this part here. And then the whole area, maybe X and remove a little bit. Okay, and back with the brightness. So now I like to unzoom it and zoom it, unzoom it and zoom it, and just slowly see what I'm doing here. I want the eyes a little bit brighter overall. Okay, this side also, this blue part here, I want to be brighter, and also the background. We can choose if we want. Let's go with the 30%. We can choose if we want this to be brighter behind her. Let's see, I'm just testing this. And also this part, should this be brighter? Maybe, let's see. This or this? If it's brighter, let's go with 100% opacity. If this is bright like this, let's see, and bright like this, she will be more in the focus, but this is too bright. So I will bring back some details, but first let's clear this. Basically what I'm doing, I'm just using black and white brush and playing with the brightness here. Right, so let's bring back this with 30% opacity or even less, 10% opacity, and slowly build this and this. Slowly. And let's see how this works. Just testing, guys, just testing. Let me know down in the comments, what do you prefer more, brighter background or darker background? I like maybe this, I'm not sure, but maybe brighter background is not that bad. Maybe it's too bright, something maybe like that. Let's see. Not bad. I want this part also to be a little bit brighter, so maybe again 5%. I'm just pressing 0 and 5 on the keyboard. Okay, undo it like that. And yeah, let's see, before and after, pretty nice. Also this nose part here, I want to be brighter. This line right there, perfect. Okay, we will come back and add a few more details, but for now I want to play with the eyes. I will go in the glow here, or actually I can create a new layer and name it eyes color. Okay, and I will again use this linear dodge add blending mode and choose some kind of bluish tone like that. Go here and let's see. If I go with 30% opacity, I just want to change the eye color. That's it. Here. We can either go like this, clean up this a little bit, either go like this blending mode or color. Also, saturation, crazy. So color is not bad also. Let's go with the color blending mode and let's clean up this and make this a little bit more precise. I'll go with 100% opacity and then just lower the opacity of the layer. You will see. Okay, something like that works nice. It's too much, so let's lower the opacity to something like 50-ish%, then another layer and then linear dodge blending mode, and now I will go with really small and really bright blue tones, so something like that, and 10% opacity, and just slowly build these lines like this. You will see this will look really cool. When you zoom out, see? A little by little. So this is really simple process. It doesn't, when I say simple, I don't mean fast. So it's just simple, easy. Now let's go with the white. Again, brush, press D and X to swap between black and white. And now I want just tiny lines. Really bright tone. Also brighter here and also brighter here. Okay. You can use any kind of portrait and try to turn it into this like human AI thing. I really like how this went. So see, before and after, I really like this small details here. Also, what I can do, I can brighten this white part of the eyes. I forgot the name for this white part of the eyes. If you know, let me know down there in the comments. I forgot the English word, so maybe just a little bit here. Okay. And now let's group this, Control or Command G, name this eyes. Then create a new layer. I will put it in the overlay blending mode and I will use black color. I will make a few darker spots. So basically I will add like shadows here and there. And also add in the eyes a little bit. Like that. Also this iris edge, this ring, and inside a little bit. Then I will go right here and make this darker and also this a little bit darker. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Don't be scared to do it too much because you can always erase it. Oops. Or undo it. Make a mess. I'm really curious what my wife will say about this when she sees it, because she has no idea what I'm doing here. I just took a photo and said that I will do something fun with it. So let's see what she will say. I hope she will like it, but that's a subjective thing. All right, so let's see. Not bad, not bad. Okay, like that, like that. I'm not a makeup artist, so this kind of makeup is just something that I experimenting here. So she will be like, yeah, but you don't put the makeup like that, you never put the makeup like that. But this is a human AI, I don't care. All right, so this looks really, really nice for now. Let's see again before and after. This is our starting position. We made a different person. All right, before and after. I really love it. So now let's see what we can do. Maybe a little bit more glow. So let's go here to the glow. Let's add another layer and let's add to linear dodge blending mode, another blue tone, and let's see a little bit. Yeah, maybe 20%. Not black. If you do it with the black, you cannot see anything. So maybe like that. This is what we want. Yeah, exactly this. A little bit more of the glow. Perfect. Right, then the lines. These are the lines that I made. Right, I will leave it like that. But then this inside part, what I like to do, I want to add a bow color. So this is a yeah, I can go here in the color and add some kind of a gray tint because I want to make this a little bit more gray. Okay, I don't want to be that white. Something like that. Perfect. Right, let's go. What is this? We need to name it. This is a makeup. Makeup. Let's make it one word. Makeup. Perfect. So let's see before and after. Wow. Before and after. Crazy. Maybe you don't like it, but why not? Let's go with something like 70%. We don't need to 100%, but I really like it. It looks cool. Okay, now let's add some kind of a chin part. So for that, I will go with the new layer. Name it chin. Chin. Okay. And let's draw. I will go with pen tool. So I will go from here to here maybe, or even lower. Like that. Then right there, right here, right here, for example, and then something like that. Press OK, and then press enter actually, and then I will go with the black and fill it with the black. Right, and what I like to do now is make a copy of it. Control Command J. Again, Control Command T, you know the trick. Press and hold Alt or Option key, or just drag this, right? Put it here. Don't do that. Alt, Control T. Put it here. Then go and either right click and flip horizontal, or in your version of Photoshop you have this, flip horizontal, and we can leave it like that and fill the gap with a black color, right? Something like that, and 100% opacity, or move one towards another, but I will just go with this. Right. Perfecto. So maybe this is too small. Let's go and merge them together. This is just chin part. Okay, make it bigger. Like that. Perfect. Like Cyborg thing. I will finish this, don't worry. I will go here to blur this, right? Especially this lower part. We want to blur it. Blur the edges. Try to match the blurriness of the original photo and the lens, etc. So like that. I want to move it a little bit down. Perfect. And now add a new layer, clip it to affect only this, and with white color this time. And let's see what kind of brush, maybe soft brush. I want to go, I want to go maybe with this kind of brush, 50% opacity, and just go like this. Let's see, here, a little bit bigger brush, just add some kind of light here, 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 right, like that. Okay, like adapt. Maybe it's too much, but don't worry, we have control over it. Okay, maybe a little bit. Let's press R and rotate it like that. Brush, B for brush. Maybe a little bit like this. Escape to bring it back. Perfect. Then maybe a few details here. Then maybe a little bit smaller brush, and then here. Maybe one here. Like that. Then we can just duplicate it again. Control or Command J, Control or Command T. Put this in the middle of the face. Where is the middle of the face? Somewhere here, I think. And then right click, flip horizontal. Perfect. And just we need to clip it to this by holding Alt or Option key, and then move it a little bit. Let's move it a little bit toward the left, maybe with move tool, and just nudge it. Or we don't need it. Something like that is cool. And also I want to add a little bit more of these white lines here on this edge, and we will blur everything. We will blur everything, don't worry. Okay. And also here I want to add something like this. I'm using a pen tool. So here, 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 and oops. something like that. Press Ctrl Enter, fill it with white, and yeah, this looks really good. Let's see. I like it, but before that I want to undo it and move this on a new layer. So new layer, and then fill it with the white. So this gives me a possibility to move this up or down or wherever I want. Maybe here, and I want to add a glow here. This is why I moved it. So something like that. And first of all, I want to blur these lines. So merge them together, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, all right? And yeah, just a little bit. Maybe like this. Let's see. Perfect. And we can create a mask, and with black just fade it out a little bit. If you don't want this to be so pronounced, just these parts, and then this light on a chin will be basically glowed like the previous one. So this, and just add a glow. See? Like that. Then another layer, linear dodge blending mode. And I want to add some kind of strange light leaks here. Maybe it's too much, but I will delete it. Let's see. It's all barely visible. Maybe we'll add some kind of lens flare there. Yeah, maybe something like that. So let's put it more like that. And even darker one around here. And let's see. Okay, we can add a layer mask and just erase this lower part a little bit. And yeah, we have this kind of cool effect here. Let's group everything and make a chin part. Okay, this is a crazy group, but I want to make everything a little bit bigger. I want this to move at the bottom of the chin, and then wow, like that, huh? What do you think? This is cool. Really nice way to make this interesting. So let's go inside here, and we can even lower the opacity on this a little bit more, or just the outer part with a black color. A little bit. Okay, I like it. Now I want to add this as a background. Let's try something. So I want to put it behind, or actually above the model. So let's collapse all the groups here just to clean it up a little bit. So this is a background. This is like light background. And I can put it either into a light and blending mode, have something like this, and create a layer mask. And actually, if I go to any kind of selection tool, so for example this, and say I want maybe quick selection tool, and I want to go to my subject and select subject. Let's see how Photoshop will select everything. Not bad, not bad. Got it. Okay, I will go to my light background right here and fill it with this. Perfect. And now I need to blur this out also. So let's see, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and let's see, filter, blur, what happened? Gaussian blur, and let's see how much we will blur the background, because it needs to be blurred, not the mask. Sorry, this is why nothing happens. So make sure to blur the correct thing. Okay, something like that is decent. Maybe it needs to be blurred even more. Depends on the... I like to have it like this, but it's not real, so we need to blur it. And something maybe like 30, I don't know, because the lens is making crazy things. So we can either put it in light and blending mode, or we can go with something like linear dodge blending mode. This is crazy. Screen is also crazy, or normal, but I don't want normal. Let's go with the lighten, like that. So we have some kind of details there. We can use it. We don't need to use it. Let's see here. Yeah, and also we can move it, make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, I will leave it like that. Why not? It's not bad. It's not bad. It's really interesting. Let's see what happens here. Nothing special. We can go with that. We can fix the mask maybe a little bit here. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now I will use my lens flare pack. You can get it on my website if you want. And let's see which one I can go here with. Maybe this one. Let's see. Yeah, this one is cool. Also this one, but I will use this one and put it into screen blending mode. Perfect. I will go here on the chin and press enter and move it all the way up here. Control Command T and make it smaller. I just want to add some kind of really cool lens flare right there. Maybe Control or Command L and make a little bit darker like that. And maybe we can go with Control Command J, put it a little bit down and make it smaller. Let's see, or maybe a little bit up. And I want to go with this one a little bit darker, so levels even darker and maybe a little bit down. See, we have so many lens flares here. I made a mess, so we don't need this, but we need, yeah, something like that. Or we can rotate it like 90 degrees. Let's see how this will go. Not bad. Not bad. Maybe a little bit smaller like that. Just for fun. Who knows what this is actually. We can delete that one. And we have really nice lens flare. We have really cool background. So what I like to do now is, let's see, before and after. Pretty nice makeover before and after. I want to add a little bit contrast, so curves, and let's make this bigger. A little bit contrast everything like that, and only to luminosity. Perfect. And I will invert the mask, Control Command I, and I will go now and just add that effect on the the eyes here. Then a little bit here. Lips, definitely. Oof, this is too much. A little bit here, a little bit nose, and also here. Yeah, this is cool. Let's see before and after. I really love it now. Maybe a little bit less here. Before and after. I will merge everything together with Control Shift Alt and E and right click and convert to smart object. And now I will go to again filter and where it is, here it is, camera filter. And here I will go with some things. A little bit of the contrast, a little bit of the highlights, maybe a little bit of overall brightness. Okay, then let's go to the color. I want a little bit saturation. Yeah, vibrance and saturation. Maybe a little bit over the blue. Okay, then effects. I want vignette. I want a little bit of texture and clarity, maybe less of the clarity, a little bit of the texture. And I want here the calibration, a little bit of orange and teal look, but just a little bit. I don't want to overdo it. I want this like that. Perfect. Okay, let's see, back to the light. Press P on a keyboard to see before and after, before and after. This is cool. Let's go here to the color mix, not color mixer, but color grading. Let's go to the midtones and we can play with some cool greenish tint in the midtones. Wow, that's cool. I really love it. Oof. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know why I like it. I like this so much, but this is obviously too much, but something like this. And let's see. Ooh. Okay, press OK. Then I will merge everything again into one layer and go with Nik Analog FX Pro. I really like to use chromatic aberration here with lens distortion, like boom, bang, boom, bang. Okay, something around 50%, 48 maybe, or just 50. Come on, nifty 50. And let's see, if we zoom here to the eyes, even more, like that, we can see maybe different color. I like this. I like this. So let's see, before, compare before and after. It's a subtle change, but I like it. Maybe, yeah, I like this. I don't like to defocus it, but I want to see in which side. Maybe negative. Let's see, before, yeah. This will be probably visible only by myself and a few of you guys who saw the tutorial, but I really like it. I will say apply. Okay, then wait for a few seconds for the effect to be applied. Perfect. Then I will go again to filter, Nik Color FX Pro, and here I will add really cool pro contrast with dynamic contrast, a little bit overdo it, to brighten it up a little bit. You will see why. And now I will go with another one and we will finish there. I will go with filter, Nik Color FX Pro, and I will go with film grain, and this will make everything a little bit darker. See, before and after, so it will compensate there, and around 400 something here. You can go with more or less film contrast, but I like something like that. Let's see, before and after. Yeah, apply it. And that's perfect. So we went from this photo, ta-da, all the way to this. It's really cool transformation. I really love it. So before and after, it's really simple. Let's turn on the light, because you cannot see me really good without light. It's really simple, really easy. I really love it. So now it's your turn. Try to do something like this on your own and have fun. Also, you can check this video right here if you want to learn how to make your boring photos fun. See you there. Bye bye.